welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over how to wash your mountain bike, because mine is dirty and yours might be too. So what you're going to need for this is some kind of bucket. I'm using a lunchbox. I use a Armor All car wash. You pretty much pick up any kind of car wash soap, or you can use bike specific soap. Got myself something to apply the soap and a brush of whatever kind you like. So you can do this with the bike upside down, you can do it leaned up against the wall, you can do it in a bike stand or whatever else you want. If you do have a dropper post, it's a good idea to put a rag between the clamp and the post, just because we don't want any scratches on that dropper post. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to spray the bike down, get some of the bigger particles, etc. out of it. So I usually start cleaning the bike from the top down. My soapy water. Try to get in all the tight spots where the dirt gets around your bearings and connection points. You just want to get pretty much any little part of the frame you can. Just kind of get it, some soap on it. Get your stanchions of your fork, legs of your fork. Don't worry about getting soapy water on your rotors. It really doesn't make a difference. As long as you're not putting some kind of grease on it, they're good. So one thing that I always try to clean in between rides is the jockey wheel. You get two of them there. Just take a flathead screwdriver and kind of put them up against the edge. And you can scrape all that off, right? And we're going to want to take our brush. You can hit the two jockey wheels with the brush too, but just kind of go through your rear cassette. Pull any of that nastiness out of there. Okay, so we are going to take this rear wheel off so we can get inside and clean up in there too. It's also a lot easier for getting the back of your little jockey wheels to clean those out. So on most bikes, if you have SRAM or Shimano, a rear derailleur, you can pull that section down, push a little button, keeps it loose. So then we just take off the rear wheel with a Allen key on the other side. Okay. Rear wheel is about to be off. There we go. Now it's much easier to get in and clean your jockey wheels. There and there, as well as clean right by where all your pivots are down here. Got like mud that's lasted for years since the last time I did a full clean on this bike. It's time to get in here, clean that up nice. So I found that like a microfiber cloth works really well for drying off your bike. There's a couple different options you can do. You can either hand dry it with a towel like I'm doing, or if you have a air compressor, you can use an air compressor to blow air, get rid of all the little water droplets. You can lift the bike up and down and drop it on its tires to shake the water off. So there's a bunch of different options. They all work. But the idea is just get rid of some of the real big water spots. Definitely make sure to get around your forks because you don't want water getting in those seals. Make sure your chain isn't stuck. There we go. Okay. She's in. Now that the rear wheel is back on, I'm going to go ahead and just brush off some of this from the front sprocket. Over that. Now, release your rear derailleur. And chain's on. Now I'm just going to kind of dry off the chain. Okay, so there's a couple different kinds of chain lube. We're going to be using the wet lube because I go through a lot of river crossings and the bike usually gets wet when I go out for a ride. So to do that, just kind of put it over the top of your chain and then back pedal. And you want to try to find where the master link was before you start. That way you're only going around once. If you really want to take your time, you can do each individual link and wait for it to soak through. Okay, that's it. Alright, so when I'm done pretty much with all the washing and getting the chain good, take the bike down. I'm going to go just bounce it on the sidewalk and let the rest of the water out. Okay, so we just give it the final shakedown. Use your knee to kind of bounce it. And the same thing. Just pick it up and let it bounce. And that's it. We're good. Bike's good to go. Nice and clean. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found something that you learned. And we will see you next time on the next video. Have a great day. If you have a chance, go out and ride that bike. We'll see you next time.